Ladies and gentlemen, it is an awesome day for costume and prop making. I'm Anthony at Chaos Rogue Designs, and today I've got a bit of an experiment for you. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at contact adhesive. Now the reason we use contact adhesive for foam props is because it gives basically the best kind of bond that you can get. If you apply it properly to both sides of the foam, wait a few minutes and press them together, you'll find that that bond is so strong you'll probably rip the foam instead of the bond if you're trying to take it apart. And that's really good news. It basically means that once you've stuck something together with this product, it's going to be really hard to get it apart. Now the reason I'm making this video is because you do always see online, it's normally people that are quite new to prop making, they're asking, how do you use this stuff? What's the best way to do it? And often they get quite conflicting messages. Usually people say, you know what, do it the way we usually do it, apply it to each side of the foam, stick them together, bosh, you're done. But you'll always get people that are saying, apply it to just one piece of foam, push them together and let it dry. Unfortunately, online, you know how it is, a bickering match kind of ensues. So today I just wanted to do a proper experiment. I'm going to test both methods. The interesting thing is, I don't think either side is wrong. I'm 90% sure I know what's going to happen. The double-sided way of doing it is going to be stronger, but one side is going to be, well, kind of strong. I don't know how strong. So with this test, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm just going to do it very easily on the sort of table in front of me here. And, we'll wait a couple of hours for the one-sided stuff to dry, because that's one thing we're going to have to do. And let's just see, once and for all, which way is better. Alright, giving the knife a quick sharpen to start. Seriously, always do that. Make it muscle memory. It'll make your props just that much better. For experiments like this, and so I don't waste the more expensive stuff, I usually just use floor mats. All I'm doing is cutting it into 4 squares, and I want them to be about the same size, just so I can't easily pry the pieces apart. This is Evo Stick contact adhesive. Now, in a lot of videos I see people using barge cement. I would actually really like to try that, but unfortunately it's really expensive here in the UK, and I think that's because it will need to be imported. All I'm doing is just spreading a thin, even coat onto the squares here. Nowadays I always use a glue spreader for this. Now you can use a foam offcut and you can cut them into whatever shape you need, which is kind of helpful. But I find getting the stuff into really tight corners can be a little bit tricky. So a glue spreader really helps with things like that. Now for the one-sided test, I'm of course just going to apply the adhesive to one side and then I'm going to squeeze the blocks together while the adhesive is still wet. If I try and do it when it's dry, nothing's going to happen. Just to make sure the blocks stay like this, I'm putting them under a paint can outside. With the two-sided blocks, I waited about 5 minutes until the adhesive had cured, and then just pressed them together. After that, there's no need to apply any more pressure with this particular method, so I'm just going to leave them to one side. Alright folks, here we are. It's been just over a couple of hours, so we've got the one that I have glued on both sides, and the one that is just glued on the one side. I probably should have written one, but you get the drift. This is the two-sided one. So now I'm going to try and split these ones apart. So I'm expecting this to be quite difficult. I am just trying to get my fingers in and try and prise. Spongy stuff format, but I mean you can, for sure. Once you prise it open, you kind of can, but it's got so much force on it. Such a good adhesion. You're going to break... Oh, try and get that in camera. There we go. You're going to... I'm already breaking the foam doing it. That is a perfect bond. Look, that's not going to break under any usual circumstances. That's really, really quite tough stuff. I mean, I was going to say, I can break it, but you know what? It's so small, I kind of can't. So, now there we go. Get in there. Well, I broke it. I broke it. So yeah, the bond on that is honestly pretty solid. So let's try the one that's only got it on one side. Now, like I said, this has been, look at the shadows, man. This has been kind of curing for like a couple of hours. I'm gonna try and do the same thing. It's way weaker. Look, I'm getting in that already. There you go. I'm not going to say it's night and day, because it certainly isn't, but yeah, if you want a strong bond that you will literally need to, you'll need to break the foam to undo, definitely the two-sided, the way it's supposed to kind of work. But in saying that, you know, the bond on these was actually alright, so I do think there might be a couple of fringe scenarios where you can, well, you know, where maybe you should use it, but yeah. That's kind of exactly what I thought was going to happen. But there you have it, on the table right there. So, yeah, good stuff. Alright, so, well, there you have it. I did kind of think that was going to happen anyway. The bond, though, is actually quite good. Even just with one side, it's definitely not nearly as strong, and super glue would probably be what I would use for that kind of thing. But that being said, if you're trying to, let's say, glue something very thin or very intricate, and you don't want to get glue marks around that, that's always an issue with contact adhesive, actually. You can clean it, but sometimes stains are quite hard to reach depending on where you've kind of made the bits to put together. So in those kind of fringe cases, a single layer of the contact adhesive is alright. And also, when you're using double-sided contact adhesive, once it's on, it's on. So if you screw up putting it on the foam in the first place, you know, you screw up putting the two bits together, can be a bit difficult to fix that. At least if you're doing it on one side, you do have a little bit of give, because of course the adhesive is still wet. Anyway, I hope you found the video useful. If you made it this far, I presume you liked the video. Please hit the like button, that would be awesome, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if there is any kind of things like this, any kind of experiments you want me to try and do, or any questions you have that could maybe even warrant a video, please leave them down in the comments. Any suggestions, I'm always open to trying to help out whenever I can. Anyway, take it easy everyone, and I'll see you next time.